Hello, everyone. Hi, Vietnam. Hi, Taiwan.
I liked it that much.
Latvia.
Да.
这么认真。
等一下，麦克风拿在这边，麦克风拿在这边。播音乐剧。我已经介绍他们会挥手，你就知道。
再见。
那开始喽。 you hear me? If you can hear us, please wave your hands. Hello. Hi. Welcome everybody to join the third event of Make Friends. I'm Sydney from AVer Information. 我是元展科技的 Sydney。那谢谢大家今天来参加我们第3场的 Make Friends 活动。We are also the organizer of Make Friends and hope you enjoy the event today. So let me to introduce you one by one, and I will let you know all of the countries and names, and which is also the order of this show. Okay, so the first girl is from Thailand. Hello, Parkway School.
Hello.
Hi. So you first. Okay, you will be the first one. And then School Logos M from Russia. And then is Lê Hồng Phong School from Vietnam. Hello. Okay then, Chong Ling Junior High School from Taiwan. Okay, then it's our best friend, School 548 from Russia. Very happy to see you again. So I will give my time to Parkway School. Okay? Showtime, Parkway School. Just a minute.
Yes. Okay. No.
It's time to have a family. Are you ready?
Yes.
Close your eyes. Ming, I love you. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Hello everyone, this is the beginning of our presentation, Thai wedding ceremony. Please give us big hand. In the past, Thai weddings were preceded by monks because primary importance is the blessing to couples. Nowadays, Thai wedding generally consists of 2 parts: the legal parts and the ceremonial parts.
The bridegroom wear long sleeve shirts and jongkabin trousers. The trousers wear in countries of Cambodia, Laos, and Thailand.
The bride wears by which is shorts like garment or broadcloth and ties long skirt.
groom's parents set up the Khanmak procession. When they start to sing a song, it marks the beginning of the parade. The party moved to the bride residence.
Parade will carry banana leaves and sugar cane, and other traditional gifts such as the young bitterness, bitter leaves, silver bags, golden bags, meaningful flowers, Thai food, and many Thai desserts that represent good luck for the new couple. Also the dory.
The procession is a lot of fun and is accompanied by musicians playing traditional Thai drum as the palace dance, making its way to the bride house.
The procession moves through the silver and gold gates to the wedding ceremony area.
In order to pass the gate, groom must give the money to the gatekeepers or finish a challenge given by them. For example, to shout out his love for the bride, to do push-up or sing a song.
May I come in?
No, you cannot pass.
What do you want me to do?
Shout out your love.
I love you.
I cannot hear.
I love you. May I come in?
No, I want money. Not enough.
Not enough?
You can pass.
Thank you. May I come in now?
No, you cannot pass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to push up 5 times.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
May I come in now?
No, not yet. I want you to dance.
My friend can dance. May I come down?
No, I want money.
Not enough. Okay, you can pass.
When they are sitting in front of their parents, now it's time to exchange wedding rings. Before exchanging the rings, the couple have to perform the ritual called why, or to pay respect to each other.
The why ritual has 2 steps. Step 1. The bride lays back to the groom. Then the groom put on the wedding ring to her.
Bride gives ring to the groom, and then one ritual of pay respect and ring exchange has been complete.
And this is how Thai people do wedding. What about your countries? We can't wait to see your wedding. I love you รักเธอ ขอบคุณครับ Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Okay, Okay, so thank you for this lovely couples. Okay, then the second one is Squall Logo Sam from Russia.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
No, we can't. Can't either.
Микрофон включите.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. No?
We can't hear you.
We cannot hear you. Sorry. There's a technical problem. We cannot hear you.
Okay, so can we change to next school? Then we go back to you. Is that okay? No, we cannot. Okay, so we will move on, then go back to you when we finish, when we solve this problem, okay? Okay, so next one is Lê Hồng Phong School, right?
Yeah. We're up.
Yeah, okay. Now it's your turn, Lê Hồng Phong School.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah. All right, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, lovely. All right, give me a minute. All right, so this is the Vietnamese traditional wedding ceremonies by Lê Hồng Phong High School for the Gifted. So the traditional Vietnamese wedding has three major phases, which are the engagement ceremony, then the marriage ceremony, and then the wedding reception. So to start with, I'm going to talk about the engagement ceremony. Now, the Vietnamese wedding traditions are heavily influenced by Confucianism and Buddhist ideologies, and so they really resemble Chinese marriage tradition as well as other Asian nations. So the engagement ceremony happens usually like half a year or so before the wedding. So in the past, most marriages were arranged by the parents or the extended family, and while children were sometimes consulted, it was always the parents that made the final decision. So, you know, many marriages happened between couples where one of the two people involved were of a higher financial status or came from a family of royalty or aristocratic descent. So it was not unusual for the bride and the groom to meet for the first time at the day of their engagement. So that was the problem back then with traditional Vietnamese marriages. However, nowadays, Vietnamese women and men marry based on love rather than arranged marriages. So, with that said, what they do beforehand is the groom's family pays a visit to the bride's house to basically get acquainted and discuss the engagement. So after considering the financial, social, and marital status of the groom and his family, the bride's family may or may not agree to get the two engaged. So they prepare for the traditional Vietnamese wedding by choosing a date and time and a location, as well as dowry and wedding gifts. The date and time is usually picked by a Buddhist monk or a fortune teller due to the spiritual nature of the occasion. Right, so that's the engagement ceremony. Up next we have the wedding ceremony, and I would like to invite my friend to take over.
So yeah, we're going to talk about the main courses of events. So first, we will have the wedding consists of an extensive set of ceremonies, asking permission to receive the bride, receiving the bride at her house, and bringing the bride to the groom's house. These ceremonies occur. These ceremonies occur in a period of several days, and they are compulsory if you want to get married with somebody. So wait, let me just see. Yeah, so sorry for that. So first we have to ask permission to receive the bride. So if I want to marry this guy, I have to go to his house, ask his parents if I can marry him. We have to consider the financial status of myself and my family, and we have to consider where I am from, and we have to consider a lot of things. So before the wedding day, the groom's family will make a trip to the bride's home with a gift or betel nuts. So betel nuts or a kind of very interesting food, traditional food of Vietnam, and it's been passed down for years, like from our ancestors to our children and to our descendants. So it's traditional and it's compulsory if you are talking about the presents. So bride's family would confirm the wedding and further proceedings would take place. So we have the gift. So in actuality, this now obsolete ceremony was used in the past to confirm last minute that the marriage would still take place. Often forced arranged marriages, some brides fled from home into the country. Thus, the ceremony was more so used to confirm that the wedding would proceed. You must ask permission, or else you won't be able to marry. If you ask, you will be welcomed with kind comfort and a chance to receive your bride. What that means is, in the past, we used to have like arranged and fixed weddings between people that, well, sometimes they don't want to get married because, you know, the feudalism society and complicated stuff like that. So people would be forced to get married in order for their families and their parents to be able to inherit some kind of money, not like inherit, but like to take in some kind of money or some kind of financial boosts. So people would be forced to marry, and they wouldn't be able to decide whether if they want to marry each other or not. So it's kind of a thing you are put in the place. You cannot choose a way out or a way in, and that kind of proceedings were in the past. Now people love each other like passionately, and they are free to make any choices about their marital status. Some decide to be celibates for the rest of their lives, just for the sake of their own contingency. So whatever, let's move on to the next one. So bringing the bride to groom's house. So yeah, we've been. So when we receive the bride, we will have to give her presents of gold, sometimes like rings of gold or some kind of monetary gifts or financial gifts that we'll have to be enough to get that bride into your house. So a bride and groom in front of all the guests will turn to their parents. Each parent will then give advice about marriage and family to the couple. A candle ceremony will follow, symbolizing the joining of the bride and groom and the joining of two families. The groom's gift boxes filled with jewelry will be opened by the groom's mother, who will then put each piece on the bride for good fortune. And lastly, we got bringing the bride to groom's house. Yeah, these are the gifts. Yeah, so as the procession arrives back at the groom's house, the newlyweds will be brought to the groom's ancestor altar, where the bride is introduced to the groom's relatives. Finally, the bride is brought to the couple's room and shown the marriage bed. So what this means is taking the bride to the groom's house, seeing stuff and meeting the ancestors, like on pictures on the altar, and their relatives. And after that, they will be shown the bedroom where they will spend their first night together. So yeah, so we will get to the ceremony, the party part, the reception. So this is the most interesting part of the wedding process. So you will have a big party, a big feast, and I'm going to transfer this part to one of my partners, Miss Mai.
Okay, so following the ceremony at the groom's house, all the bride and the groom's families and friends are invited to a reception that traditionally takes place at the groom's house. Nowadays, however, the reception occurs immediately after the procession ceremony to the bride's house and takes place at any desired location, such as either the couple's house, a restaurant, or hotel banquet hall. It is not until after the reception that the bride is brought to the groom's house. The vast majority of newlyweds also have their own place. If so, they simply go to their house. The number of guests in attendance at these modern-day receptions is large, usually in the hundreds. Elaborate 7 to 10 course meals are served, often starting with cold platters, then followed by hot dishes such as seasoned lobster, seafood hot pot, and other Vietnamese or Chinese banquet dishes, often ending with dessert or a fruit platter. Okay.
So in traditional weddings, we have this kind of attire, the outfits. So we have this thing called áo dài. Áo dài, yeah, it's a Vietnamese word for a kind of traditional wearings, outfit that we have in every kind of ceremony we would do in Vietnam. And I will show you more about this. So we have a groom and a bride here. The groom is in a yellowish áo dài, and the bride is in the red áo dài. And these two, they are both in red áo dài. They are giving each other's rings. They are making vows to each other that they will love each other no matter what happens until death separates them. So this is the modern day kind of outfit. So you can see brides they have the wedding dress that are maybe designed before the weddings by some designers, and they will buy it from the wedding store. Here we got the party part. So your relatives and everybody, your friends, your colleagues, your friends back from your high school days or your secondary school days, they will all be there, and they will all attend to celebrate your wedding with you. So this is a very famous singer in Vietnam and his wedding. Another famous actor and actress. So weddings are most held in big venues, and many people will attend the wedding. So sometimes in life, people have to spend a lot of money on these weddings, and they are willing to spend that kind of money on this kind of ceremony because it's only one time in your life when you get married. To some people in Vietnam, the concept of getting divorced is not that commonplace. So people are kind of against it, and they more treasure the fact that people are faithful to each other, and the fact that people are willing to spend their whole life living together. So we'll go back into the southern suburban areas. Like we have this countryside, and people have this kind of bridge that is made out of wood and sometimes bamboo. So you can see that although it is very hard to get through this river and it's very dangerous, people still do it because it's wedding and it's love day, and you will sacrifice anything to get that. Near the end, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. So look at these pictures. You can see it's black and white. So this is from the 19th century and the 18th century weddings. Things are quite primitive and traditional back then, but it's always pure love. Thank you for listening and watching. I know it's been a very long presentation.
Okay, thanks a lot for the Hong Kong School for the fantastic presentation. So next one will be Chongling Junior High School from Taiwan. Hello, we are Taiwan Chongling Junior High School. In ancient China, the public wedding ceremony is the most important thing. For the male side, it determined the prosperity and even the future fame of their family. While for the female side, it means that parents lose a chance of seeing their daughter for a long time. A set of wedding ceremony has been passed down and it is still in use today. Now, let's see some ancient Chinese wedding ceremony.
The three letters each are betrothal letter, gift letter, and wedding letter. Betrothal letter is for engagement. Gift letter shows all the big dowry that the groom provided. And the wedding letter is the letter used on the day the groom met his bride at her home. 6 etiquettes then led to the final wedding ceremony.
When the boy's parents intended to make a match, they will invite a matchmaker to propose with them at the girl's home.
It was a custom that the first-time matchmaker went as a guest that could not be served tea in order not to lighten the marriage.
If the proposal was successful, if the proposal was successful, the matchmaker would be rewarded with gifts and feasts by the two families' gratitude.
Many unmarried young people were unfamiliar till their wedding day.
Birthday matching. After knowing the girl's full name and birthday, they will ask a fortune teller to forecast.
If they could match their sons and if there will be a happy marriage.
They will also consider the Chinese zodiac.
If the match was auspicious, the matchmaker would take the gifts to the girl's parents and tell them that the wedding could continue.
The man will take 2 or 4 female relatives and a matchmaker to bring wedding gifts, like money and presents, to the woman's house.
After that, the engagement will be formally made. The woman's family will prepare presents in return.
Honey, let's choose a day to make our wedding.
Okay, let's go. We want to pick a wonderful wedding day.
Okay. This is a good day.
Thank you. The man will ask a fortune teller to choose a day to make a wedding. If the woman's family agree, then they can determine the wedding day.
Decorations will be placed with the wedding items. The furniture will also be decorated with the double joy or the paper cutout, such as the Mandarin ducks, dragon, and phoenix.
The wedding ceremony began with the groom and his party meeting in her house. Before this step, the doorway would have been sent to the boy's house, and it would be displayed at the boy's house.
The most common jewelry included scissors, like 2 butterflies never separating. Rulers mean acres of fields, and pieces mean peace and wheels. Before the wedding party comes, the bride would be held by an old woman to tie her hair up beautifully.
She will wear a red skirt as Chinese believe red foreshadow delight.
When the party arrived, the bride covered by a red cloth must cry with her mother to show her sorrow to leave home. She would be late to get on the sedan.
Oh, Mommy, I'm so sad. I'll miss you.
That's all for today. Ancient Chinese wedding ceremony. Thank you, everyone. 谢谢你们。
Can you hear us, please?
Yes, yes. Perfect. Welcome back.
Okay, can we start?
Yes, yes.
Oh, great. So, okay, again. So, greetings to all who have gathered on the other side of the screen. We present School Logos. I am Alona. We are proud of our school and of our school anthem.
No, there is a gotcha school. It is in Naya Street. Here is heavy and so cool. The time is all we need. We're not meant on our school. It's water and it's fair rules. And every screen inviting us. Our love is with us, so please to us. It's a go. Love is fine. Just united soul and united soul and won't even prosper over school.
Oh, don't go. Peter.
Hello.
Oh, Alex. Hey. You know, I'm going to make a wedding party. I want to make it so unusual.
Well, congratulations. Who is your groom?
Oh, he is amazing. He's smart. It's Peter. He's smart. He's beautiful. He's just wonderful.
Peter. And how are you going to celebrate it?
I have already thought everything over. It will be a white dress, the veil, the flowers, and champagne. Lots of champagne, yes.
So it is going to be another commonplace event, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Aliona, you live in a huge, great country with a multinational population of more than 100 peoples. Each of them has their specific wedding traditions. You can make your wedding an extravaganza. Instead, you have chosen an usual wedding reception, haven't you? You disappoint me.
Well, wait a bit. I just haven't the foggiest idea about such weddings.
Shame on you.
Wait, please, wait. You are right. I should know more about my country. My marriage must be truly national. Tell me, please, about something.
Okay, we have many nations. We have many nations. You have a great choice. There are 3 groups of nations living in Russia: Slavic, Asian, and Northern. They all have their own traditions.
I think I need to choose a Slavic one. My European is European.
You choose. It is your wedding, not mine. Let's imagine the Slavic wedding.
Come on. Why are they eating bread?
to find out who is going to be a master of the house. Who bites the biggest piece will be a master.
And what is going on now?
The groom must to find her bride. If he finds her, they will be happy together. If he doesn't find, he must marry the girl. He must marry the girl which he chooses.
No, it doesn't fit me. It doesn't suit me. It's not for me. Please give me another traditions.
Asian traditions. Do you have any relatives from Bashkortostan or Tatarstan? The bride drank some kumis from the bowl. It means a happy wedding.
What's going on now?
This tradition is called bridge stealing. The bride is stolen and the groom have to find her and give kidnapper a reward for her freedom.
Alex, please, I don't want to be sold. Give me another traditions.
Maybe you want a North wedding? Their weddings is so unusual.
It seems to me that it's my last chance. Where is it?
I'm sure you will like it. It was the north of our continent, Chukot. I have finished work then. I ask you, you are worthy of being my daughter's husband. They're going to groom's house to get married.
Oh, it's a deer. Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Подожди. Oh, it's so nice.
Yes, indeed.
What is happening?
The bride covers her groom with the killed deer's blood. It means that she has left her family and now she entirely belongs to her husband. In her words, she wishes goodness to everyone. She is such a nice woman.
A nice woman? Are you crazy?
Calm down, they're just only traditions. They are different by everyone. I didn't imagine them.
Fine. I think I don't want to get married anymore. I will call Peter. Ask him if we can be friends now. Okay, see ya.
It worked. I have a chance. That was so good. Ten out of 10.
Thank you, School Local Sam. So the last one will be School 548, 548中学 right?
hear me?
Yeah, we are.
We are from Moscow, and we are going to tell you about ceremony of wedding in Russia. My name is Kate, and I'm a bride, but only for today. Here is my groom, Kirill.
Hello, I'm a groom today, and this is my best friend Boris.
Well, I'm the best man of this wedding today. Also, I'm a best friend of Kirill.
And here is my best friend, Nastya.
Look at our bride. She's wearing a white dress. In the past, there was a tradition to wear red dresses, but in the 17th century, after Peter the Great reforms, it became popular to wear white dresses. Now we are going to share you our presentation about wedding traditions. We didn't have much time to do it, so don't be strict and just enjoy it.
Wedding is one of the most important events in almost everyone's life. So Russia is not an exception. We have a lot of traditions. Some of them are borrowed from other countries, but also we have many of our own traditions. So we decided to share them with you.
And one of them is bread and salt. The parents of the couple give a loaf of bread with salt as a symbol of health and long life. Both bride and groom must take a bite of the bread, and the one that takes the largest bite will wear the trousers in the family.
The next one, stealing the bride. The groom should constantly keep his eyes on the bride. So if the bride gets out of the groom's sight, she could be stolen by his friends, and the groom will have to pay the ransom.
Here comes ransom for the bride. The groom is coming to the bride's home with his closest friends and relatives. To get the bride, he has to pay some ransom to the folks of the bride's side. Everything is played out as a joke, and both sides are mostly competing in the sense of humor.
The most important part of the Russian wedding is Orthodox marriage ceremony. When the couple decides to get married in the Russian Orthodox Church, the ceremony is usually 13 to 120 minutes long, with all the Russian Orthodox traditions. The bride and groom stand on the white towel in the middle of the church. The bride prays for them to the God, and the wedding authority hold a crown above their heads. Then newlyweds drink wine from the chalice that symbolizes the family life with joys and sorrows.
The civil ceremony takes place at the Department of Public Services. In Russia, we call it ZAGS. The ceremony is about 15 minutes long, and at the end of it, the couple exchanges rings, says, "I do," and signs the book of registry. Then the husband and wife walk out of the hall to the music of Mendelssohn, played by the Russian wedding orchestra.
Just like in the Western world, it's a tradition in Russia for newlyweds to exchange wedding rings. Usually, the groom provides the wedding rings. The most popular wedding rings in Russia are made of gold and might be decorated with precious stones and silver stripes. Russians traditionally wearing rings on the ring finger of the right hand.
And last but not the least Russian tradition is kissing of groom and bride, called Gorka. They stand in the middle of the hall and kissing each other while all of the guests crying Gorka, which means bitter. So, hope that you loved our presentation and thanks for your attention.
Okay, so that's for all today. So this is the question and answer Q&A time. So do you have any questions for other countries and other schools?
Yeah, we have, of course. Of course we have. We want to ask you so many questions. The first one, do you like your project?
Yes. Yes.
What did it bring to you?
Yeah, so I thought it was very interesting that you guys took time to make a drama thing out of it, and it was very good. It was fantastic. It was a terrific performance. It was so good. I was so impressed. We love you guys.
Thank you. Your was too good.
Yeah, we also loved your presentation. There was so much cool performance. Your costumes, they are really bright and colorful. So your presentation was quite good. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. We want to say that every presentation was very good. Every presentation was very good. So we liked everything, and we liked our presentation too. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Ask questions. Oh, I can't hear you. Please ask us some questions if you didn't understand something. For example, there is a lot of blood here, and if you didn't understand it, we can tell you what time. Okay.
Now we have a question to everyone. What is the color of traditional wedding suit and dress of your country?
You know, we have so many nations in our country. Our country is so big, so we have lots of nations, and each of them has their specific wedding traditions and their own suit. So, for example, several North nation has a blue or something like that. Asian wedding has something for like this. It has lots of accessories, gold things. The Slavic traditions, Slavic weddings, they have this long dress and flowers on their heads. So they're cute. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you very much.
We also have questions for you, for Taiwan.
So as you guys can see, this is our color. You can see this is red, and this is fortunate to us. This is
Thank
how you pronounce. I'm going to teach you how you pronounce this word. It's called "xi." Just "xi." It means lucky, fortunate. "Xi." Yeah.
She. Yeah. Yeah, she. Cool.
So, do you have any questions about Chinese ancient ceremony, wedding ceremony?
Thank you very much. We don't have questions. Everything was very good. We liked it very much.
All right, thank you.
Excuse me. Could Taiwan bring back the red character?
The red character? Yeah, okay.
What is the red? What?
Thank you. Yeah, so like Vietnam, we have that as well. And since Taiwan taught us how to pronounce it in Chinese, we thought we might as well show you guys how to pronounce that in Vietnamese. It's Song Hei.
Song Hei.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, we didn't have it now, but yeah, we have this thing. This is Sanki. Sorry, we didn't understand anything. What is Sanki? You said some Sanki? Yeah,
Song Hei.
Is it Russian word or word in your language?
It's Vietnamese. It's Vietnamese.
Ah, it's in Chinese. And what does it mean?
So what does it mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Yeah.
Like happiness. Twice the happy.
Happy and lucky, fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you too.
I wanna.
Oh,
I
another
wanna
question.
I want to ask Thailand for some about something. So hey guys, so the groom had to bypass challenges from 3 women, right? So he had to do some push-ups and dance and do something else. Was it the challenge in order to get married? Is that necessary? If you don't do that, do you get to get married?
Is it a question for us? Yeah.
No, it's for Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Just for the guys in Thailand.
Hello. It's just to prove that he loved her. Really loved her. It's to prove.
Okay. So, have there ever been any kind of very stupid dare, like if you jump into the water or if you jump from the bridge, I will marry you? Have there been anything like that? Have you ever seen?
That is too much. That's a small thing. It's just right.
Yeah, obviously.
That is too much.
Okay, thank you. You've been a very great treat.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Vietnam.
Okay, so do you have more questions? If no, that we are going to do the lucky draw for 1 free CC30. Do you all want a free gift? Yeah. Okay, I will ask my colleague Kelly to help me. Now, Kelly, please show the name of school in front of the camera. So you will see this is empty. Okay. The first is thank you. Throw into an empty box. No. And the Hong Kong school throw into. Okay, Chongqing Junior High School. School logo stand.
Hello.
448 58中学。Okay, let me start it. Okay, so Kelly will do the lucky draw. Ta-da! Okay. 548. Okay, congratulations.
Very happy.
Thank you. So if you have no more question, that this is the end of events, and we sincerely thank you to attend this event and welcome you to join us in the event next year. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. It was so nice.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Love y'all.
Thank you, Vina. Thank you.
Next time, can I get some?